Worn edges are a pervasive problem on wood finishes. The easiest way to color a worn edge is to use a touch-up marker. Touch-up markers come in many colors and in two basic systems. The valve-type marker is one of the systems commonly used in the industry. The valve is used to regulate the flow and to protect the fluid so the marker will not evaporate over time. The removable nib pushes against the valve to activate the markers. Typically, the markers contain a resin with pigment or a pigment and dye combination as the colorants. The resin will seal and finish upon application. The resin and colorants will yield a semi-transparent colored film. These markers are ideal for worn edges and scratch recoloring. Before using, shake the marker for 1 minute after you hear the mixing balls begin to make noise. Next, turn the marker with the nib faced upward and depress the nib to release any gas buildup in the tube. Then, turn the marker so the nib faces downward and depress the nib until the fluid reaches the end of the nib. Never activate a marker over carpeting, furniture, or any other object that would be ruined if the tip becomes too saturated and drips. Apply the marker to the scratched surface or raw edge. You may quickly blend the color with a cloth or your finger if desired. Repeat if necessary. Coating is not required, but it may be done. Another form of the valve marker is the background marker. Mainly intended to add background color over various fill materials, background markers can also be used to color white edges on materials that soak in color very quickly. Examples of this would be paper finishes, exposed MDF board, and exposed particle board. These materials turn dark even when colored by light-toned markers. Background markers will not darken on these porous materials. Now let's look at dye-type touch-up markers which work based on capillary action. As such, it has continuous flow. Because it is dye-based, it is very transparent, allowing natural wood characteristics to show through. It works well on rub-through marks on edges. Choose the appropriate color. There is a color band on the marker. Apply the chosen color to the damage using light strokes. Feather through with your finger or a piece of cloth. Repeat the steps if necessary. Coating is not required, but lacquer may be applied.